It's a BumbleKast Mini, sponsored by Black Flamingo 93.
If there's one established character you have the freedom to retcon either slightly or completely, who would it be and what angle would you go with? You're going to be treading on thin ice here, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because inevitably someone's favorite character is going to be the one you choose. And
I'm tempted to say Shadow just to streamline his origin story a little bit.
Straighten him out.
No.
Not like that.
And sure, let's hit this beehive again. Gently tinker with Blazes so that she's more accessible. Like, keep the Soul Empire, keep her guardianship over the Solar Emeralds and yada, 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 but just make another region of Earth.
Yeah.
Maybe it's isolationist and that's why we haven't seen it in for so long or something, but, make her easier to get to and easier to access and go with.
Yes.
Everybody else is fairly straightforward. I mean, maybe if we're talking like full on rewrite history type of thing, maybe give Amy a gentler character arc than what she experienced from 99 and onwards, just to give her a little more of a cohesive characterization start to finish. But I don't know, part of the fun of working on Sonic and all of its crazy shenanigans over the past 30 years is making some of this stuff make sense.
Or if it doesn't make sense, just throwing it out and going, who cares? If Amy could summon other weapons besides the Pico Pico Hammer, which ones would you like to see her wield?
Oh, I'd love to have her have a whole arsenal to give her different mobility options. Like,
I want to give her a battle axe that she can just cleave robots with.
She's already got the hammer, which gives her that kind of hammer flip and such, but like maybe a big old scythe for I imagine her running around a narrow balance beam and then whipping out the scythe to grab a vertical pole for an immediate 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
Or grabbing one overhead to do a quick flip and swing up to a higher level or onto another beam or something. I'm not saying Amy needs to be reaping souls, but again, use it as a mobility tool.
No, Amy can reap some souls as a treat. Come on.
Who was that Soul Calibur fighter, I think, who had the giant serrated wheel?
Are you thinking of what's her name? I know who you're talking about.
It is Soul Calibur, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, then give her that. Hula Hoop a Doom.
Is it Tyra?
Maybe.
Is that her? Was that her name? It might have been.
You know what? Let's pull a Tales of Symphonia and give her a couple of chakrams. That'd be fun. That'd be neat.
Yes. Yes. I'll take it.
You know what?
I'll take 12.
And just because I'm a sucker for the ultimate, but give her the baseball bat out of Honkai Star Rail. Just hear her in a very chipper voice saying, "Rules are made to be broken," and then she breaks something with a baseball bat.
I'm just thinking of the way that Zelda shields her eyes when using the Dominion Rod in Hyrule Warriors after whacking enemies out of the park. She does. It's oh, there it goes. I mean, Amy's even got the alternate baseball outfit for
yeah.
in the speed battle in the mobile games. So there you go. And yes, the character you were thinking of is Tyra from Soul Calibur.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Make a whole game of her using different tools for different situations and even add in some unlockable non-canon, but just for funsies. Give her the Caliburn.
Yeah.
Give her Shadow's katana out of his game. Sticks boomerang, Big's fishing pole.
Yes. It's like Princess Peach Showtime, but it's Amy Rose Showtime.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Come on, Nintendo and Sega. Let them cook. Would you like to add in more species-specific abilities for characters in the comics? Echidnas have electroreceptors that help them locate objects, which is similar to how Knuckles can track emerald energy, although I don't know if this was intentional. And then Starline with his heel spurs having an injectable toxin tip similar to male platypuses. Would you give, say, Rouge the ability to emit high-pitched sounds and use echolocation?
I mean, if you want a headcanon, that's how she tracks down treasures. She kind of goes eep or click to herself, and then she, hears the echolocation. That's something. I'm hesitant to go too hard into the animal traits because these characters don't act like animals.
Not usually, no.
And in a lot of cases, they barely resemble the animals they're based on. So I wouldn't want to draw too many overt parallels. I feel like the Chaotix really lean into theirs more than anybody else. Vector's got the bite. SBO has the camouflage. Charmy flies because wings, but I wouldn't want to go too into it. Using it as an inspiration here and there, that's kind of neat, but I wouldn't want to lean into it too much,
Mm-hmm. Do you have a list of scrapped characters that you would like to bring back for IDW? Whether it be Inigo Cortez or even 13, who was to be the placeholder antagonist for Eggman. Perhaps you'd like to bring back Madonna to be Professor Pickle's new hot young boo thing? What?
No.
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 Professor Pickle does not have a hot young boo thing.
Hello, nurse? No.
And Madonna is not being demeaned in that way either. No. Also, no.
Bring back Madonna, yes, but not like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Out of the Archie stuff, I feel like the easiest one we could transplant would be Eclipse. Like he was already built to be kind of game accessible, and his relationship with Shadow wouldn't really need to be changed. I don't know if we could get the Dark Arms in as well, but I think Eclipse could be fun, and we could tell his story again in a newish enough way. Relic would be nice. Have someone Knuckles to hang out with on the island, but I mean, she wasn't really plot critical to anything. She was just fun to have, nice to have. I would love to bring the entire Meropis crew, but now we're asking big asks to bring over.
I would love to see all the characters you guys worked so hard on and created just for, specifically to use for a new rebooted Sonic.
Some would work better than others. Some fit better than others. Some I want just because they were fun, and others because they would, make more logical sense. I'm not including the Freedom Fighters because that fight is still ongoing. That crusade has not ended, so that's a different topic.
Mm-hmm.
For the Sega side of things, I'm sad that Tiara is definitely not available, but that was more of a the most famously obscure.
Yeah. I guess. Still makes me sad.
There's a crazy part of me that almost wants to find an excuse for the Sega Sonic Bros. Red Sonic and Yellow Sonic, devoid of anything other than a color. But that's just my own mental illness. I don't know. There's tons of scrapped content from across multiple incarnations that it's always fun to say, how would you do this now? How would you refurbish it for modern Sonic? But there's also so much that we have currently on our plates. It's worth investigating that first and foremost.
Yeah. I'd like to see Topaz come back. That would be fun. As part
Sadly,
of Gun.
can't.
Figured. So, to your knowledge, Ian, what was the actual goal of the whole Boom universe? Was it meant to be a whole fleshed out universe with other characters appearing if it was successful, or is it meant to be a limited time thing?
I don't know enough to say with confidence, and what I do know probably shouldn't be spread outside of the offices. That may be too much behind the curtain talk, and I may not have my story straight, so I don't want to say anything with my assumed authority and start the rumor mill churning away, and it turns out that I was talking out of my ass to begin with. So, it's probably simpler and safer and accurate to say, no, I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Does Boomer the Turtle have a future anywhere in the Sonic franchise besides his cameo in the 30th anniversary special? Would you like to write him into a story?
Look, his spiritual successor was Tommy Turtle, and we didn't even know that. And I went out of my way to blow that guy up. So no, no Boomer.
Bring back the turtles. What problem do you have with turtles?
I don't have anything wrong with turtles necessarily. It's rocket-powered turtles that are slow friends of Sonic on the side. No, we learned our lesson with Tommy. Boomer, you can stay in the pile. You're safe there.
Okay, Boomer. Did Starline ever have a first name during his creation? If not, what would be your headcanon name? Atticus Starline, Francis Starline, Phineas Starline, Peregrine Starline, a.k.a. Perry. Kyle, what do you think as well?
I do know that at some point we kind of asked that question, is that a surname or is that a given name? But I think at this point it's just kind of assumed he's Starline the Platypus. And we just refer to him with his title. So Dr. Starline. It rolls off the tongue a little better than Starline the Platypus. It has more gravitas.
Maybe whatever his first name was, he decided he didn't like it and just replaced it with Doctor. He got it changed to literally to Doctor. So he didn't actually have to finish school, you know. He got kicked out of school before he could finish. But if he changed his first name to Doctor, you know, this is like big brain time, you know. Galaxy brain moment for Starline. Poof, no PhD required if I do this.
His full name was Ivo Starline, but he can't share the name as his grand inspiration. No, he'll just purge his own name to preserve the uniqueness of the brilliant Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
Okay, we'll go with that. Sure. Ian, it falls upon you with prominent honor to give Big a miniseries depicting the Herculean tale of how a portly purple putty tat from absolute greatness to just settling down with his amphibian support animal and living the simple life as we now know him. What's the plot?
The plot would be Big is looking for Froggy.
Well, I mean, always.
Froggy's gone missing and he's looking for him. And in the background, we get the hints of some kind of like world-ending catastrophe. Like everybody's there. And I mean everybody. We see portals opening in time and the classic cast is falling out. We have the closest we can get references to like the Shatterverse and other Sonic properties that might be legally dubious just in the background. We have some unexplained eldritch horror rising from the horizon, blotting out the sun. And we see super everybody careening as a golden rainbow to confront this menace. And we never know what's going on. The entirety of it is Big, like looking under rocks and going swimming and exploring ruins, just looking for Froggy. Everything is completely in the background.
And it never,
like the finale is
never comes
the finale
up.
The finale is Big finds Froggy and they go home, and Sonic drops from orbit, burnt and exhausted. How you doing, Big? I'm good. How are you? A little tired. You good? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Good. That's great, buddy. I'm gonna go look for my friends now. You need anything, give me a shout, okay? Okay, bye.
I love this. I adore this. Please. I want this, Ian. Please make it happen. Is it possible that Emerald in general, or Gizoids in general, might have been connected to the Ancients' technology as well?
Insofar as whoever made them found relics and maybe tried to figure out how they worked, you know, in the same vein as archaeologists today looking at great ancient structures and trying to figure out how they did it back then. But I wouldn't say it's like actual ancient tech.
Alrighty. And our last question. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm being asked for clarification. Ian, is it Gizoids or Jizoids?
I'm saying Gizoids.
Yeah. Yeah. General Yes. But
'Cause it's a
gizoids.
gym.
But gizoids.
Gizoids.
Gizoids. Yes. Gizoids. Not jizoids. That's a different thing completely. Potential spoilers for the last question. So with the ancients having 4 other tribes, they mentioned each one having certain characteristics. Large bodies, no legs or tails, 4 legs and wings. Now, since Chaos is a descendant of the ancients, albeit a mutated descendant, I look back into Chaos's numbers from SA1. Chaos 1, 2, 4, etc. I noticed that in these various forms, Chaos shared similar characteristics to these other 4 tribes. A form where he became large, a form where he has no legs, a form where he has multiple legs, 6, not 4, chalk that up to the mutation, and a form where he floats like the winged ancients. Is this just a strange coincidence, a stretch maybe, or was this intentional?
I don't know. I didn't come up with the 4 tribes idea.
Well then, guess that's going to be it then. I have to ask whoever came up with that one.
Thank you to Black Flamingo 93 for sponsoring this BumbleKast Mini. If you want one of your own, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
Take care.